that's the end of the Metroid series. Samus died horribly. No, but hey there everybody, it's Vixie, and today I'm playing Metroid Fusion. I'm excited to get into this one too. Like, yeah, as you can see, I played it twice. Whoa. Yeah, it's like, while Super is definitely my favorite still, I do find this one to be like the most interesting of all the Metroids. So, yeah, let's just get going. I've been assigned to watch over the biologics research team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. Get vaccinated, everybody. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. Well, that's not really how vaccines work, though. Like, vaccines are a preventative measure, not... You know, not good for getting rid of something you already have, but whatever. Because, if anything, that's more like an anti-parasitical. I guess the lesson is, do take Metroid Dewormer. Look, this PSA completely derailed. I'm gonna release a solemn apology JPEG on Twitter.com. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. What a strange way to put that, Samus. Why would she put it like that? Well, this game has... It's not evident right off the bat, but you know how the previous 3 Metroid games I played for this marathon have been pretty story light so far? This game is... spoilers, way more heavy on the story content, and as such, it kind of has more of a story theme. So, look out for the theme of consequences coming back to haunt Samus in one way or another, because that's the very crux of the game in general, is the Metroids. Oh yeah, it turned out we kind of genocided a spill species back on SR3D8 a couple games ago. It turns out, oh, they were the natural predator to these X things. Whoopsie doopsie. And the direct consequences of Samus's actions almost got her killed. So when she says she was reborn as something new, yeah, that's kind of symbolic of because something like that would rock your core as just a person. And that's also symbolic for how her suit looks so different. There's other reasons for it, of course, but pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatching my life twice over. Actually, Samus, didn't you forget the one time that saved you back on SR3D8 when you were fighting Ridley? You'll soon be arriving at BSL Research Station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologics Space Labs, or BSL, the worst kind of BLT, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that the unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and I know I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by the new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. I do think this ship's design looks pretty cool. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR3D8, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Now go to the quarantine bay. And this game's also a lot more objective-based. We'll get into that in a bit. Oh, it's nice to have the ledge grab again. And she just has it from the start here. No needing to get a power-up for it. And here's the nav room. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Yeah, I have kind of gone back and forth on whether or not I should read text. I kind of realized something. This is like my second attempt at recording, but I did kind of realize as I was trying to read, I just stayed silent because I'm kind of bad at multitask. Like, I don't have the brain to. Oh, that looks serious. Yeah, I just don't have the brain to like read and talk at the same time without just reading out loud, so I just stayed silent, and at that point it's like, well, if I'm not saying over anything while text is on screen, I might as well be reading the text. So this is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be affected by the X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Yes, my objective is clear. Okay, going. We have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Can't go back. That's odd. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do voice acting a bit. Like, in general, I'm not that used to speaking. Just, is there? No, there's not stuff up there. But yeah, just in general, I'm not that super used to speaking a ton. So, I'm kind of learning voice acting on the fly, and I got a robotic character to do it, so easy mode, I guess. I have to talk to you, I guess. More talking. I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help you against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective? Yep. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Well, that was pretty fast. It's just like 10 missiles you start with, dude. It's not like I'm gonna have a whole ensemble or anything. I have to work for that. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CEO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions, and for anyone else, it would have seemed sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of my respect and some irony, I named the computer after him. When we get a bit of the game, it's not going to be as text-heavy as it is right here at the very beginning. No, it's not there. Yeah, it'll let up a little bit, but just because at the very beginning it just talks a bunch. You wouldn't download a missile. Well, yeah, maybe I would. Electrical interference is on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try and find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading my huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles will work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a special type of X parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Yep. Will do, Adam. More like Adam. Have to get tugged around by a stupid tutorial character. Huh, how annoying. Whoops. Yeah, this game's like way different in the way it handles the health system, because, of course, in previous games, enemies would just drop health and it just hangs there like any other video game would. And of course, in this game, and of course, we got missile packs, as always. Ta-da! And there's even one in here. Yeah, so long as it's easy enemies. Yeah, you can see the main mechanic like right there. It's like that your health pickups can infect literal bodies lying around. And no, stop it. I have never gotten hit by one of those things. But yeah, the X-parasites can infest bodies that are just lying about. So your health pickups are actually kind of dangerous if you don't pick them up. And they feed you a free energy tank. That's nice. But... oh, what's this? Another one? How lovely. We just go ahead and start with 2. Wild. Oh hey, that's a familiar face. This is Arachnus X. Not all the bosses in this game are derivative of previous games, but it does bring back a lot of old enemies. Just have to jump over you. Okay. Now, another thing unique to this game, every boss becomes one of these. An X-core. As it haplessly floats around and tries to ram into you. But we absorb the X and get Morph Ball. How sweet. And of course, Morph Ball behaves as it always has. Right, I have to shoot. Are those ladders new to this game? Come to think of it, I think they are. Huh. Oh yeah, this game has ladders. Revolutionary. Yeah, we go this way. Forgo saving for now. Alright, what do you got with us? Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities in biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388's ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to access the shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective? Yes. Use the navigation room just inside for the further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to that earlier explosion. Let's go check it out, but first... little missile tank. Just running. Well, that's spooky. And yeah, progress gets blocked backward. This game really likes locking the doors behind you. There's a point to that. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Now, get moving. Will do. But with that, I think we'll call it an episode. Thank you very for watching. Hit the YouTube buttons if you'd like, and catch me next time. See ya.